Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And welcome back, everyone. Are you you? Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I really mean it. Are you really being the real you? We're going to talk about authenticity today, why it's so important to be who we really are. How do we know if we are? How do we get closer to being who we should be, who we really are? We're going to dig into that today. She is a wonderful psychotherapist. Insight every time we get together on pretty much anything we talk about. And I love her. Susie Engel back with us. How you doing today?
I'm fine, Steve. So good. Thank you. And how are you?
Good. I think I'm authentic. You know, I always wonder. And I'm on a journey to be as authentic as I can be. How do you know? How do you know you're more you, or you're being authentic in a situation? Is it a feeling? Like what? How do we know?
I know last podcast you said you know when you know. We were talking about a different subject, but isn't authenticity from the inside out? So if you say, do you get a feeling, or how do you know? I'm pretty sure that our body feels calm, our body feels good. We're just flowing. We're being truthful. We're not putting on an air. We're not using a mask. We're keeping our word to ourselves first. And then it's easy to keep our words. So there's almost like an ease about functioning authentically.
Okay.
And I kind of feel like it's a body feel, like I can be myself wherever I am, whoever I'm with. And I know that because I feel very comfortable wherever I am, even if it's a strange situation or a different situation or a new situation. But that's authenticity.
I love
I
that.
think it comes from the inside. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
body feel. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of situations where it may have been and truly felt like I am being me, and there's no apologies for that. This is who I am.
Right.
It feels comfortable, easy, and like you always have somebody to depend on and fall back on. Because let's be honest, all we have is us. Yes, we have relationships, marriages, partnerships, whatever you want to call them. But ultimately, we have ourselves. Nobody's going to have your back better than you do. And when you're more authentic, you feel even more connected to that person who's got your back. And you just feel like you got your team behind you when you're most authentic, your team being you.
Yeah, like all the associative or dissociative parts of ourselves. We've got a team. We do have a team. Actually, we have defenses, we have offenses, we have a team. We have lots of parts to ourselves. But
I didn't even think about that. So thanks for bringing that up. I didn't even consider that, but yeah, it's a truth. Right?
Yes, and it's adaptive, and it's just a part of our social, neurological makeup, that we have different parts of ourselves. But that's not the issue today. Today, the issue is, and I think what you're speaking to is this, is if we within ourselves, from the inside out, from the core of ourselves to the outer exponential ripples effect that we have on others, if we are authentic, we feel it, we know it, because we are ourselves in a very full way. Is that a finite thing? I don't think so. Is it a constant evolving, and I'm using the word exponential, like expansive experience where there's no limitation to it? I think so. And it's not a separation of we only have ourselves to depend on. It's really that deep sense of authenticity or security that allows us to trust in our relationships with other people. And if we don't feel good when we're with other people, if we don't feel comfortable when we're with other people, we can assess ourselves and we can assess the other people we're with and say, what's going on in this vibe? Is it something that I want to expend my energy with? Is there something going on with myself? And then work that through. But being authentic can only come from our individual selves, which allows us to have enriched relationships. I'm saying enriched intimacy, enriched friendship. It doesn't have to be a sexually intimate relationship. It could be just an intimate, like, I am open with you. That's authenticity. And so that just keeps rippling out and out and out. Does it make sense?
100%. And I didn't see it that way because when you're in a situation, maybe hanging with some people, somebody, and you say to yourself, it doesn't feel right. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Many of us look at the situation and the person and say, it's that. That's why it doesn't feel right. But not necessarily because it doesn't feel right. Probably because you're not really being you, fully you, and that feels off. You can't be fully you because of the person and the situation. It has nothing to do with them. It's really you.
Yeah, because we can always be ourselves.
Right.
We can always be ourselves.
Well,
Granted.
okay, hold on.
Yeah, I know what you're going to get to. Go ahead, because it's true.
We can, but sometimes we can't because of the situation and the way we react to the situation and our feeling in that situation with another person or people.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. We can't always be ourselves. Just like we always have a choice, no matter what you do.
Yeah. Well, and you're saying we can't. Is that our unawareness? Is that our unconscious holding us back because of early experiences that have informed us or misinformed us? And or why couldn't we be authentic? Well, maybe because of social decorum. I mean, maybe it's just not my place to totally express my opinion in a certain situation or my opinion of a response to other people's opinions. And that's fine too, because there's a time and place for everything too. The bottom line is, if I'm with other people and I cannot be myself, there's something alarmingly wrong with that situation. And if I'm holding myself back from being open or vulnerable, people use the word vulnerable like it's like like the plague, but being vulnerable means I am open, I am truthful, I can show what I'm feeling and thinking and going through with no shame. And I like that a lot. But, so am I holding myself back? Because this is what you said like a minute ago. Am I holding myself back? Because it's really not about other people. It's not about, it's their fault that I can't be myself. It's never that.
Yep,
I can assure you.
Yeah.
If that person is transferring to us their inability to be authentic, then we have to take a good look at ourselves and be on top of it, because that's just how it goes. Like, it's two neurosystems working together. And if that person is saying I'm not going to allow, or that neurosystem saying I'm not going to allow your neurosystem to be yourself, then my neurosystem has to see that and just be able to recognize it. No, do we have to have a confrontation? Do we have to bring it up? No. Do we have to explain everything? No. But we can assess for ourselves, this isn't true for me. This isn't true to me. And I don't feel good in this situation, or well in this situation, or comfortable.
So there's lots of pieces here, and you're right. Part of it is that you have things from your past that when you're in with that situation with some others or person that you can't be authentic, but again, ultimately it's on you. And then the other is maybe they're who they are and you don't align with them. And and you can't be authentic for whatever the reason is. It doesn't have to.
Oh, definitely.
But it's ultimately you. It's ultimately you.
Well, and also, if I can't align with somebody, then that person is not for me.
Right.
Oh, then now, that doesn't mean it's like burn a bridge or give up on somebody. I mean, sometimes we're in situations where we have to kind of navigate ourselves to understand this person or understand this person's tendencies. And I may find that person to not be trustworthy, but that doesn't mean I can't be knowledgeable of that. I'm just knowing that. That's all. It doesn't mean any threat to me. I just don't trust that person, but I have to meet with that person, or I have to be with that person, or I have to spend time with that person for whatever reasons. That's fine. And then, as much as we can, we probably limit our time with people like that because we don't have to subject ourselves to anything. The bottom line is, no matter who we're with, it's a red flag if we can't be authentic. It's a red flag if we can't be ourselves. And, it's really our job to be aware of ourselves if we're, limiting ourselves or adjusting ourselves just because we're with a different person who isn't comfortable with that. We're not responsible for other people being comfortable. Go ahead. What are you thinking?
Red flag sounds kind of alarming. Is it, should we call it a red flag? Like, I wonder, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, I don't mean it like it's a threat. I don't mean it like it's an alarm. I just mean, I don't mean like our amygdala should turn on and say fight, flight, or freeze. I don't mean it like that. I don't mean we have to be in stress response. I mean that we just have to be able to use healthy judgment to say, wow, in this situation or with this group of people, when I am myself, I also am feeling, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I was going to use the word judged. I feel judged, but on the other hand, it's like, well, I don't really feel judged. I kind of am like assessing them and saying they're judgmental. So it's like a little bit of a bind. Yeah.
So, what are some things that we can do to ensure that we're being as authentic as we can be? And that's part one. Part two, can we ever be 100% authentic?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think 100% is ever 100% because this is a exponential, living, evolving, like we are always changing and evolving, which is funny because people are so phobic about change. And it's just like, well, if we weren't changing, we wouldn't be living. If we weren't experiencing some level of stress, we wouldn't be pushing ourselves to our level of expertise or our level of improvement or our level of growth. So this is a constantly moving, growing, evolving, lifelong life experience to learn authenticity, to learn a sense of security about ourselves. And I forgot what the first part of the question is, though.
Well, things that we can do to more ensure that we're being as authentic as possible.
Look at that starts in infancy. Do our parents nurture, I delight in you for who you are? Do our caregivers nurture, or our mentors nurture within us, I delight in who you are, not because you earned it, you don't owe me, none of this. And when we get doses of that, we learn from within. It's like when we cry as an infant and a caregiver soothes us, we learn to soothe. We learn to co-regulate, and then we can be independent and regulate ourselves or soothe ourselves. Or it's the same with somebody delighting in us, which is a psychosocial need, delighting in us just for who we are, like loving us just for who we are.
Mm.
And we then take that within ourselves and appreciate, oh my gosh, I just made this huge blunder, or I just struggled through something. And then once I got it, it seems so simple. Or that's us delighting with ourselves for
Mm.
who we are. And I do believe that that's a huge part of authenticity. Like, we don't have to hide anything. We don't have to have shame. We don't have to mask. I don't know if that makes sense
It
because
does, and
it's like
so
broad.
you said something before that really truly clicked in my mind with the different parts of our personality, not split personalities, different parts of our personalities. That even if you're as authentic as you can possibly be, you're feeling that you're there. Let's be honest. When you talk to your boss, it's different than
Yes,
when you talk to your, say, your spouse or partner or your kids.
yes.
So
I
because of
love that.
that, you're
Yeah.
not 100%. You might be 95%, 90,
No, but
whatever.
or maybe all those parts are just, I mean, not maybe. I mean, we would have to do another podcast about parts, and you said split personality because people are probably thinking of Sybil or something
Right,
like
right.
this that's like dramatized, which could get to that extent. But really, like the different parts of ourselves are also integrated. Maybe one
Sure.
day it's louder than another day, or maybe
Hmm.
we learn to integrate in a way where all of our parts have volume switches that are manageable. But all these parts of us created in early experiences for good reasons. So that is also authentic, and if we are triggered by somebody, or we are um, which is our responsibility to cope. It's not another person's blame if we're triggered by somebody. We did a podcast about being triggered.
Hmm.
It's our responsibility to cope. If I feel triggered, there's a part of me that's coming forward to defend me or to handle this situation. And that is also authentic. I mean, I don't think that's inauthentic unless we tell ourselves, like in a denial type of way, that that's not me. Like, I'm not like that. I don't do that. Then that's inauthentic.
Well,
But if I can
you're
say, yeah, like I really did have a big reaction to that.
well, that you're in denial at that point. It sounds like. Um,
Yeah, that's like a real, like, I
hmm.
had a client who described his mother as a giant eraser. It was like, my mother was a giant eraser. I mean, every time I hear the word denial, I always imagine this blob, like just not able to look at any of the truth of anything.
Wow, I'm trying to process that one too. Like, why you would call your mother an eraser? What
Because
was
she
she
was in
erasing?
denial of
I was in
everything,
denial.
you know.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah,
Again, there's
yeah.
no judgment here either. Just want to say,
No,
we all got stuff going on, but I'm seeing it.
everybody.
I never thought of it in the way that we can't be 100% authentic. It's impossible, and that's okay. That's the way it is, and that's perfectly fine. Um, because I think
Yes, we
if
can. It's just not 100% because the 100% is always moving forward and expansively and bigger and broader. If we know the body feeling of authenticity wherever we are, then we're not going to go into a grocery store or an upscale department store and feel self-conscious. I mean, that's just the beginnings of it. We're going to be able to go wherever we go in life. We can travel the world. We don't have to depend on, it's an independence that gives us the interrelationship and richness with people of the world. The thing about the 100% or the binary, is it good, is it bad? Did we make our mark? Is that it's never ending. The achievement of authenticity is never ending because it's limitless. And that's not the I can't be 100%. That is the opposite. It's like, oh my gosh, what else can I be as I know
I
myself?
honestly will need time to process that. And I mean that in a great way because like it's all right. Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
But
it can be never ending because you're always going to be like driving a car. You're never driving a car down a road and always seeing the same thing. There's different buildings, different trees. It's never, ever the same. And I feel that's it like in life. You go to a party this weekend. It's not the same one you went to last week or last year. It's always going to be different. And that's an opportunity for you to maybe be a little bit more authentic here, maybe a little bit there. It's a moving target.
or just be open.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like another way for us to all broaden our perspective about this. We don't have to say, well, I went swimming this day and this is how it was, and now it's not. Like, it's not about rigidity, and that it's not the same as it was the first time I did it, or the third time I did it, or the 100th time I did it. That's not the issue. The issue is, oh, how exciting. I'm going swimming. I wonder how it's going to be today because I'm authentic, because I feel secure, because I can just handle it. Yeah. I mean,
We're gonna end on that point. I'm gonna process what you said just a moment ago. I got the moving target. Susan Engel, that's ENGEL-LCSW.com. Somebody wants to reach out, process all this stuff. Maybe you got stuff going on. Maybe you feel that you're not being you.
Yeah. So then resolve what's holding you back in your unconscious, because you don't know what it is.
Well,
We don't know if we're not feeling like we're myself, if I'm not myself.
And there's so many different reasons for it. Your subconscious, the situation. Again, it's always on you. It's all on you. But
it's your experience. It's your life experience and context.
always
But
love
it's
talking with you.
resolvable. Yeah.
I see this in a whole different light now. And I wasn't even thinking about the parts that show up with the authenticity. Because it's on my personal radar. I'm working on it, you know. Thank you for today. As always, I appreciate you, and we'll talk soon, okay? Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom when you drive her back from therapy.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing, and in your new role, we help you help. AARP gives you the information to help care for your mom so that you can have patience with her, just like she did with you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving or call 1-877-333-5885 to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one.
Are we there yet?
Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.